Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Polkadot so far has worked out as well. You know that we've been following its path pretty much since November, and pretty much since then I've been telling you that for Polkadot we can expect a price range between 562 and 1065, and yeah, eventually we did reach that. You know that all came into fruition here. Was not a big surprise. Nevertheless, it's always good to see it in the end. You know, I think I really told you that first here back in December when we were around $34, talking about a $5.62 Polkadot when it was over $30 was a bit crazy, and there was a lot of criticism, but in the end we've turned up here in the target area. And this is still from the last video, so let's just take a look if this is still valid. And absolutely, in the last video I think we were here at the wave 2 peak, and I told you that we can now expect a further move down here, possibly in a wave 3. And to be fair, that is still possible. Yeah, so far as the arrows indicated here, that is pretty much what we're following this path. So it could be that here we finished the wave 4. And again, you know, we made first that swing low here on the 12th of May. We came down all the way to $7.15 roughly. Then we moved up in a wave 4. That probably peaked here. That is how it's looking at the moment, at $11 and $11.15. Yeah, the wave 4 peak here, $11. Let me just check. Could even have, no, I think if I count it like that, it would be here at $11.15. There's different ways of counting it, don't get me wrong, so I'll keep it like that. And then we came down here in an impulsive move down. That's what we talked about. A wave 1, we moved up here in a wave 2, coming down now possibly in a wave 3, but that wave 3, if it is a wave 3, it's not finished yet, because we would need to move here at least, at least to $7.62, and we only reached here $8.80. So yeah, it would actually need to move a bit lower if we really want to count it as a wave 3, because it needs to reach at least the 1.618 FIB extension. And even if I started that up here, but it wouldn't make a difference really. So also here the level would need to be at least 628 actually, so even lower. So no, so we can't count this yet as a wave 3. So two possibilities here, that the wave 3 isn't finished yet. Yeah, might make sense, because within this wave 3 we can also, or we have to be able to count a 5-wave move. So that could be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5 still coming. And that last wave now, that last sell-off wave of this move, could then complete here this wave 3. Absolutely possible, and that would be my primary expectation. That would assume we go lower here. What we shouldn't do is to move back above $10.30. Yeah, above $10.30, that level would be invalidated. Again, there are different ways of counting it. I could even count this here as a triangle, the whole move. I could count the whole move as an entire triangle, but even from that point of view, I would expect lower prices now, but I don't want to confuse people. I don't want to show you now alternative wave counts, because they are all very similar. And really only above the wave, let's say here above the high of $11.81, that major or that larger high here, yeah, I would consider a completely different wave count. But even that would then still be a wave 4. It would possibly just be it would just be an extended wave 4, to be honest. So, but for now I don't see the need for it. At the moment we are still here on track, actually making lower lows for now. Now of course the interested observer might argue, all right, we actually doing here something like a descending wedge. I'm sure you'll find that on some YouTube channels, and to be fair, that is also possible. Yeah, it is a descending wedge. Yeah, absolutely. Now that would generally be considered a bullish pattern, and therefore you know, you have different wave counts here, and really above that level here at $10.29, I would need to look into a different wave count, and the overall move would need to be revised above $11.81, but it would still be a wave 4. So even if we say, all right, this is generally a bullish pattern, it doesn't mean that even if we break out from here, it doesn't mean that the low needs to be in, right? Because what is the first target for a descending wedge, or for a bull flag, how you might call this? Well, it's the beginning of the wedge, and that would be here, that $11.80 level. And only really if we get above that, I would reconsider here my wave count, the overall wave count for this wave 4. Above $10, what did I say? $10.30. I just have to revise this small bit here. But primary expectation has to remain that we go lower here again. And that would be, as I said, what was the level? Let me just do that once more. For a wave 3 here, we would need to get to $7.50 pretty much, yeah? That would then be the wave 3. Then we get a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. And then we could finally get to the long-awaited price target here at the 88.7% FIB level. That is, I think, a very, very common sense level for this overall correction to finish here at the 88.7% FIB level, here at pretty much $5.60. Here then, Polkadot would have a chance to turn around. Yeah, it ideally needs to, because if it drops below that, again, it will have a harder time to recover below the 88.7% FIB level. And to be fair, that is the last major line of defense, really, that 88.7% FIB level. And if it can recover from here and then actually make nice and interesting new highs, higher highs, move above all these resistance levels here, and even make a new all-time high, then we can consider a price target of $87 as a minimum in the next bull run. Yeah, that would then be a wave 3, because overall here at the bigger picture, we had a wave 1 impulsive wave to the upside in May. We came down here in a wave 2, a corrective wave consisting of A, B, C, and the next wave should be a wave 3 in an ideal case. All right, that is my view about Polkadot. So far going according to plan. Still expecting a lower low. I gave you the key resistance levels above which I would need to revise the wave count. But again, this wouldn't mean it's bullish. It just is an extension of the correction. And until we really see here more bullish signals on the charts, I remain short-term still bearish. All right, that's my view about Polkadot. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.